What if I told you that long before Hollywood created horror movies, before ghost hunting shows filled our screens, there was a real family in Tennessee whose nightmare lasted 5 terrifying years and attracted the attention of a future president? This is the story of the Bell Witch, America's first recorded haunting, and it's about to challenge everything you think you know about the supernatural. Picture this. It's 1817, and John Bell, a successful farmer, has just purchased 150 acres of pristine land near Adams, Tennessee. The Bell family, John, his wife Lucy, and their children are building their dream life on what appears to be perfect farmland. But beneath the soil lies something ancient, something angry, and something that would turn their American dream into a living nightmare. The terror didn't start with dramatic supernatural events. Like most true horror stories, it began small, almost innocuous. Strange knocking sounds echoed through the Bell house at night. At first, the family dismissed them as settling wood or perhaps animals in the walls. But these weren't ordinary sounds. The knocks followed a pattern, almost like a code, and they seemed to respond to the family's presence. Then came the barn incidents. The Bell family's animals began experiencing violent seizures. Horses would rear up in terror, cattle would bellow in apparent agony, and the family's prized livestock started dying under mysterious circumstances. John Bell, a practical man who had never believed in the supernatural, found himself facing something that defied all logical explanation. But the entity wasn't content with property damage. Soon, the Bell children began reporting whispers in the woods surrounding their home. Disembodied voices would call their names, sometimes mimicking family members, sometimes speaking in languages they didn't recognize. The youngest daughter, Betsy, seemed to be the entity's primary target, experiencing physical attacks that left unexplained bruises and scratches on her body. The phenomena escalated rapidly. Objects would move on their own. Doors would slam shut with tremendous force. The family would wake to find their bed sheets torn from their beds, their furniture rearranged, and strange symbols carved into wooden surfaces throughout the house. What made this case particularly terrifying was its persistence. This wasn't a brief haunting that lasted days or weeks. This nightmare continued for years. Word of the Bell Witch spread throughout Tennessee and beyond. Skeptics, believers, and curiosity seekers made pilgrimages to the Bell farm, hoping to witness the supernatural phenomena firsthand. Most left as believers, having experienced unexplained events that challenged their understanding of reality. The most famous visitor was Andrew Jackson, who would later become the 7th president of the United States. Jackson, a military hero known for his courage and skepticism, arrived at the Bell farm with an entourage of men, fully expecting to debunk what he assumed were elaborate hoaxes. Instead, Jackson and his party experienced such terrifying supernatural encounters that they fled the property in the middle of the night. Jackson later reportedly said he would rather fight the British again than face the Bell Witch. The entity eventually revealed herself, speaking directly to the family and their visitors. She called herself Kate, and her message was chilling. She wanted John Bell dead. This wasn't a restless spirit seeking resolution or a confused soul needing guidance. This was a malevolent entity with a specific, deadly purpose. Kate's attacks on John Bell intensified. The farmer, once strong and healthy, began experiencing mysterious illnesses. His tongue would swell, preventing him from speaking or eating. He suffered seizures similar to those affecting his animals. His health deteriorated rapidly, and doctors could find no medical explanation for his condition. The psychological toll on the Bell family was devastating. They lived in constant fear, never knowing when the next attack would come. Sleep became impossible. Normal family life ceased to exist. The children showed signs of severe trauma, and Lucy Bell aged dramatically during the ordeal. In 1821, John Bell's mysterious illness reached its final stage. On the morning of his death, family members found a small, unknown bottle of liquid near his bedside. When they tested it on the family cat, the animal died instantly. Kate's voice filled the house one final time, claiming responsibility for the poisoning and declaring her mission complete. With John Bell's death, the supernatural phenomena at the Bell farm ceased almost immediately. The knocking stopped, the voices disappeared, the physical attacks ended. Kate had achieved her goal, and the Bell family was finally free from their 5-year nightmare. The Bell witch haunting stands as America's first thoroughly documented supernatural case. Unlike modern ghost stories that rely on blurry photos and unclear recordings, the Bell witch case was witnessed by hundreds of people, including community leaders, skeptics, and future presidents. The consistency of testimonies across different witnesses and the duration of the haunting make it one of the most compelling supernatural cases in American history. Today, the Bell Witch legend continues to fascinate paranormal investigators and skeptics alike, representing a foundational moment in American supernatural folklore that challenges our understanding of reality itself. If this journey into America's first recorded haunting sent chills down your spine, don't stop here. Hit subscribe, give us a like, and ring the bell so you never miss another deep dive horror narration. Ready for more true terror? Click the link on screen or in the description now to watch The Enfield Poltergeist, Britain's most terrifying true haunting, and discover how unexplained knocks, levitating furniture, and disembodied voices turned a quiet London suburb into a global paranormal phenomenon. Dare to continue? Your next nightmare awaits.